This meeting is being live streamed. By staying in this meeting, you consent to being live streamed. Oh man, that sounds terrible. What are you going to do to us? Anyone with access to the live stream can watch or share with others. Got it. All right. Hold on a second. His eyes water. Hold on a second. Damn it, twice.
We are live on Rockin with Rahul and
This meeting is
the
being
two
recorded.
amigos. We have a special
Okay.
guest.
Do I have to sign a release
Her
or
name
something?
is Olivia Stone. She is a North Penn senior, and she's an
Somehow I
athlete.
should be able to hear you and talk to you
She's
at the
an
same
athlete.
time.
So, can you introduce yourself to the listeners?
What's that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it.
My name's Olivia Stone,
Can you
and
hear me, Olivia?
yeah,
You
I
hear
can.
me? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I'm
good.
I'm a senior at North Penn High School. I play soccer and basketball, and yeah.
Okay.
William, you want to start off with the questions?
Yeah. What sports did you play in high school?
So I played basketball for North Penn, and then I play soccer, but I don't play for North Penn. I only play like outside club soccer for the Philadelphia Ukrainian Nationals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing those sports for?
Basketball, I started in 5th grade with travel basketball. And then soccer, I started when I was like 5 years old at the local club, Monu, Montgomery United. And I moved to where I am now, Yuki's, in 5th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. So like my whole life, soccer at least.
How did you feel when you won the award in basketball for North Penn?
It felt really good to be recognized because I feel like for me, I scored some, but I wasn't like the main scorer on my team. But I think I played a pretty big role defensively. So being recognized for like the hard work that I put in and like what I do on the floor defensively and for like my teammates, it feels really good to be recognized.
Charlie, you wanna go with the next question?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, you wanna go with the next?
Go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You can hear me, right? Okay. Here's my question. Olivia, when did you realize that basketball was something that you were both attracted to and also wanting to be the best that you can be? If that's a question, I don't know if that's a question or not.
Yeah.
I guess here it's better. At what age did you find that basketball was going to be your main sport? That was the question I wanted to ask.
Well, actually, soccer is my main sport, but I realized that in like, I feel like I've always known that soccer is my main sport just because I've done it my whole life, and basketball's always felt like an accessory to that, where I do it more like for fun and to like be competitive and develop other sides of my athletic abilities, where soccer is like where I'm like focused more and wanting to be the best at.
Mm-hmm. What sports will you be playing in college?
I'm gonna play soccer in college.
Uh, what out of all the colleges, why did you choose Cincinnati?
Well, so I talked to a bunch of schools and I knew that I wanted to go be in a city or it needs to be like a bigger school. So when I was talking to these schools, a lot of schools were like smaller or more local. But when I visited Cincinnati, it was obviously in Cincinnati, great city. I love the city. And it's also a big school with like a big student population and big school, a lot of school spirit, which I really liked because like my family grew up going to Penn State and a bunch of my family are Penn Staters. So I've grown up around that like big school spirit. So when I got there and like saw that on campus and the coaching staff is like amazing. I love the coaching staff. And that's just like when I knew that it was Cincinnati.
What other scholarship offer did you get from other colleges?
Well, I got some. So for women's soccer, there's only 13 full scholarships that they can give, but they can split them up between people. So I would get I got scholarships from a couple other schools that they weren't full rides, but they were just some of the money.
If any of the viewers are watching, if you have any questions for Olivia, you could go on the chat box and ask some questions. Our next question to you is, and William, you want to answer some question?
Sure. There's a couple of months left before you graduate. What are you looking forward to graduate, Olivia?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to just focusing more on soccer now that basketball season's over. So like I'm playing soccer almost every day. So I'm enjoying that and I'm happy to be doing that. And also just looking forward to proms and graduation and trying to make the best of my senior year and actually like enjoy it and not be drowned in like schoolwork and stress.
Yeah, prom is the big one.
Oh yeah. I used to go to 2 proms this year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, so is graduation is the big one.
Mm-hmm. Very excited.
Oh, what is your major? What is your major in college going to be? What major are you selecting?
Yeah, I chose health sciences undecided, so something in health sciences, I don't know what. I don't really know what I want to do. I really like working I think something maybe more towards exercise science, but I want to take more general courses before I narrow it down to exercise science. So that's why I'm doing health sciences, so I can have a broader range of options.
Charlie, you have to speak up on the microphone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? You can hear me now? Okay.
Yeah.
I misspoke earlier when I was talking about basketball. I was under the impression that basketball was your main sport and soccer was. So I apologize for making that mistake.
It's okay.
I'll ask you the same question, but I'll turn it around.
Yeah.
At what age did you realize that soccer was your main sport? The sport you loved?
I think so. My whole life, I always knew it was soccer, but in 8th grade, I feel like basketball almost caught up. And then once I started, I don't know what happened, but I kind of, after 8th grade into 9th grade, I realized that soccer was it, especially once the recruiting process started. I was like, I'd rather play soccer. I like soccer more. So.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Well, what position do you play?
I'm a center back.
Center back? So
Yeah.
you get to score.
No,
right?
quite the opposite.
No? I thought
No,
I thought the center
defense.
back was the main scorer on the team.
No, I'm the
No,
I'm
that
the
shows you how
farthest.
much I know about soccer. Go ahead.
The center back is besides the goalie, there's usually 2 center backs and they're the furthest back on defense.
Have you guys played Pokemon Rally in soccer?
Yeah, that's where I
Pokemon
went.
Rally?
That's where I went to high school.
Oh, we don't play them for soccer, but we played them in basketball this year in the district semifinals.
How
Did you guys win?
No, they were really good. They beat us by like a lot.
That's the high school I went to, actually.
Really? They're
Yeah, I
really.
graduated in 2015, actually.
Oh, that's
Nine
fun.
years back, almost 9 years ago.
That's fun.
Yeah, right now I go to Monco and I'm about to graduate with my associate's degree in May.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
how many years will you be in Cincinnati for? And after
Uh,
that, do you plan on going to another college?
yeah, I think I'll be at Cincinnati for just 4 years unless plans change. And after that, I honestly have no idea what I want to do because I also want to travel at some point. So that might happen after Cincinnati. Maybe I'll go to another school. It depends on where I'm at with jobs and stuff.
What degree do you plan to get?
I have no idea. Something in health science or exercise science, probably, but that
That's
changed.
more of a bachelor's from what I heard. Is that right,
Yeah,
Rahul?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, bachelor's.
Where do you plan to travel? Like, what places do you plan to travel after college?
I mean, I really want to travel like I think Europe is probably like the top, but then into like different parts of Asia, I think, and Africa would be really cool as well.
which country in Europe?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. So this
I know
past
a
summer,
couple. I know a couple.
yeah, this past summer I went to Iceland, and I really want to go back and do some hiking, and but also I really want to go to Italy and Switzerland.
Yeah, I've always wanted to visit Italy because the Italian food there. I heard
Oh
it's
yeah,
Italian food there.
How's
yeah,
how's the culture like in Iceland?
the culture.
Yeah.
It's very unique, and it's like there's so much tour. I feel like when I went, it was very like focused on tourism. Like tourism is such a big part of how their economy like is like functions. So it's just a very like tourist centered, but I loved it. Everyone's like so nice there.
What
And
is? Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, you're okay. You can go.
I was gonna ask, what's the weather like down there?
The weather.
I heard of it, Iceland.
Yeah. It's actually okay. So we went in the summer and it was like 50s, like mid 50s to mid 40s. But in the winter, it's like about the same as here. So it gets down to like the 20s. And
In Iceland?
yeah, so it's a lot more moderate. Like it doesn't get hot at all, but it doesn't get like below zero often.
So yeah, it's always good to go in the summer from what I heard.
Yeah, for sure.
But you have to dress warm, right?
Yeah, Under Armours and jackets, lots of rain gear.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for telling me.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I ever visit there, maybe someday.
Yeah, I would recommend.
What languages do they speak in
Can you hear
Iceland?
me now?
They
You
speak
can hear me?
Icelandic.
All
Oh,
right, I'm gonna give this a go.
Okay.
Olivia, I would just I would mention that if you want to travel,
Hmm.
travel when you're young
Yeah.
because tomorrow never comes. And when you say, I'm going to push that off till next spring, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the only bit of advice that I might give, because I didn't get to travel when I was young, and
Hmm.
that was a mistake that I made, you know?
Yeah,
So get out there and enjoy yourself, you
for
know?
sure.
These are
Yeah.
your years to enjoy,
Hmm.
you know,
Thank you.
college years.
uh, uh,
That's what I had to say.
Have you played in any other position in soccer?
Yeah, so growing up, I felt like I was always a defender, but then like in like sixth, seventh, eighth grade, I played more midfield. So I'd be an attacking mid, which is a little further up, or I'd be a holding mid, which is right above the center backs. And I've played a little outside back, but I found my way back to the center back.
what,
I was a goalkeeper for a little bit, but that did not last.
How
You
was
didn't
it
like
being
that?
goalkeeper?
I I think I was pretty good at it, but I didn't like it because I felt like every goal was my fault, even if it wasn't. That's what it felt like. Like you have to be
Yeah.
a certain person to be a goalie, and I'm just not that.
You have to, in order to be a good goalie, you have to have a no, you don't remember things. You're not, you don't remember things that have happened,
Yeah,
get
for
a
sure.
quick release.
Yeah,
That way,
exactly.
yeah, that way you're not thinking about what just happened
Hmm.
instead of concentrating on the ball that's out on the field. I would
Yes.
imagine if you did that, but
Yeah,
goalie's a
exactly.
tough position
Hmm.
because the whole game comes down to you
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
net, you know. So,
Yeah.
but
When you're playing, when you go to Cincinnati and play soccer in Cincinnati, will you be playing a teams like Temple and Penn States and all?
Yeah, so Cincinnati's in the Big 12 conference. They just moved from the like American Athletic Conference, which was has Temple and well, US University of South Florida. Those are in the AAC, and then Cincinnati just moved from that conference to Big 12. So in conference play will be like West Virginia, Baylor, TCU, Kansas, a bunch of teams. I don't know. It's huge now. They're like so many people joined. Utah, BYU, Texas Tech. So those are like the conference teams that will play. But out of conference, we usually play like more local teams like Dayton. But this year, this past year, the team played Michigan and Michigan State. So you never know. Maybe we'll play a Penn State or something like that.
Uh, if any of
Well,
the viewers are
I don't know if I
watching,
heard it or not. How many games
I have
do you play in a season,
what
Olivia?
positions did you play? Do you
Do you
play
know?
basketball? What position did you play?
In basketball,
Yeah.
I was like a 2 or 3 guard.
Okay.
Yeah, for North Penn.
Yeah, I played Special Olympics basketball actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
if any of the viewers are watching, if you have any question, you could comment on the chat box. Um,
Yeah. Comment on the chat box, everyone.
uh, the next question for you is, do you do you have any advice for people that are graduating high school and college, trying to get their degree in their career?
Yeah, I'd say to find what you enjoy and put as much effort as you can into that because that's like how you become like your best at something. So like for me it's soccer and I've obviously like you go through patches where like I've gone through patches where soccer has been frustrating and I maybe haven't enjoyed it as much, but I've worked through those by like finding balance and finding my love for it again. So just finding what you love and finding ways to yeah, put your best foot forward at everything that you love.
Great.
Who's who who's your inspiration that inspire you to do what you're doing right now?
Probably my mom. She played soccer when she was younger. So like that's why I started playing soccer and like I remember literally when I in like elementary school, there's a park right down the road. We'd walk to the park and I would get so frustrated because I couldn't juggle the ball. And then eventually I grew up and one day she like saw me juggling. She's like, "Oh my God, I remember when you couldn't juggle." So she's like, she'll always go out to the fields with me if I ask her to. And she's just like, not even in just soccer. She's just like a big inspiration for me because she works so hard and does so much for my family. So definitely her.
Tell you.
So, Rahul, or I'm sorry, Olivia,
Mhm.
who is your, oh, you just said your mom. I was going to ask you, other than your mother, is
Mhm.
there anybody that you have watched over the years that you have patterned your game after or has been an inspiration to you playing soccer?
Yeah, I'd say Julie Ertz and Becky Sauerbrot, like a combination of the two, because I think Juilliard's is really aggressive and like an organizational. She played center back and then transitioned to center mid, but she was like, you could tell that the U.S. women's national team was like missing her on the field during the World Cup because she just brings such a presence to the field. So I think I've tried to like be like that. And then Becky Sauerbrunn just as a center back, she's been there for so long and she's been so good forever. Like her distribution's really good. So between those two, I'd say I'm on my game after.
Okay, thank you. I have one more question. Can I ask you another question? What do you, when you were saying that when you get to college, what you said you have one group that plays these league games and you have another group of players that plays other games? Is the team split? Is that what it is?
No, but for college soccer, you start the season by playing out of conference. So like just the one team plays out of conference. So like Cincinnati's in the Big 12. So like later in the season, you play just the teams in the Big 12. But earlier in the season, you play like teams that aren't in the Big 12. So they'll be in like the Big 10 or the MAC, different leagues.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
So Olivia, we want to wish you best of luck on your senior year, and hope you do great in Cincinnati. William, you want to do the closing statement?
Yeah, I wish you good luck in college. College is tough.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Good luck in college.
Thank you. Yes, good luck.
You.
That's all for now. Stay tuned for another episode on YouTube next week. And if you miss our show, you can listen on macoradio.com, and please like and subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining.
Not just next week.
Hear me? Can you guys hear me now?
Thank you.
William, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Olivia?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I know how this sets up. Okay.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good night, everyone.
That was pretty good.
Thank you for coming.
That was pretty good. What do you think, Rahul?
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, Rahul, what happened with